Hey spiritual rebels, welcome back to Spiritual Rebel Tarot. Today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and this one is going to be how are people currently viewing you, or how are people viewing you. I guess whenever you come across this reading, it's for you. So I do have two different piles today. This is going to be pile number 1, and this will be pile number 2. So pile number 1, okay, like honest to God, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. I do not remember the names of these stones. I think I do, but like if I'm wrong, have some grace with me. You can comment down below what it is. But I think this one is a howlite. I want to say, may not actually. That's not a howlite. I forget. But this is the stone for pile number 1. Take a second. Kind of look at that there. Okay. And then this is the stone for pile number 2. I believe this is a tiger's eye. Again, I could be wrong. If it's not it, comment down below if you do know. So this is for pile number 2. You can take a second. Okay, so I'll give you guys a moment to kind of take a few deep breaths in and out, and just focus on the energies and go towards the pile that kind of draws you in the most and that speaks to you at first, or the stone. And again, disclaimer, like most times I do find that the energies kind of tie together with pile 1 and 2, so it's okay to like watch both as well. But to start off with, you can just choose one and then go from there. So I'll give you a moment. Hey, pile number 1. If you chose the stone, then this pile is for you. So welcome to your pile. I already prayed and pre-shuffled the cards to kind of try to not take too much time up. So the card that you guys got was card number 12, the Frog Prince, Intimacy. That also breaks down to a 3. Okay, heart chakra. So okay, I'm already kind of getting for y'all. Oh, and by the way, like I did meditate on your energy. It was really kind of like just like random. It was first I got on like a triangle, and then I got like a mountain peak. So I don't know if that means anything to you. If it doesn't, it's okay, just leave it. And then I saw kind of like hand movements and gestures like this. It was giving kind of like a Mr. Miyagi or like a sensei type of some sort. It was like slow, kind of like very like graceful, but like methodical type of like movements. So yeah, again, take that if it's for you. If not, leave it. So with the intimacy card, I'm already getting, especially like with all the green, I'm getting a lot of like heart chakra. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, y'all can't speak right now. It's retrograde if you come across it at this time. But it's giving like heart chakra type of work at the moment. You're in a part where you're trying to get more deep and get more like vulnerable, like either with self or of course with your partner, or with someone new. So just take that how that resonates for you as well. It's giving like, I say vulnerability in particular because the eyes that I see on her right now, she's giving like, she looks a little guarded, but she's guarded, but she's taking step towards letting the other person in, and then the patterns on their eyeballs kind of match. So it's kind of giving like, okay, a safe place, like we're like on the same like path, same like eye level, like you see me on the same like frequency, like essentially as well. So just taking like careful steps to strip of yourself, right? Even like in like an emotional or just like a mental sense. And also the way she's even like holding the frog too, like it's almost like, okay, like it's safe here, like I'm giving you like my care and my comfort. I want you to feel like my warmth too. And like this frog just completely feels like comfortable like in her presence as well, and she seems as if this is like her safe space as well. It's kind of giving also, this is like kind of random, but kind of like a service pet. Like I'm getting, so like a service dog or like a service pet of any sort. That's the vibe it's kind of giving to, which is kind of random. So just take that out if it's, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that, right? It's just like the feeling and the comfort you get from like the certain person's like a safety like blanket or someone you feel just comfortable with to expose of yourself more and go on like a deeper level. And also they are touching too, so like it can also mean like intimacy in like quite like literal sense too, you know, just, you know, getting more physical and sharing of your body, so like mind body spirit connection too. So yeah, it's like currently people, they may view you as if they see that you're in like a new partnership, or again, doesn't have to be new, but they see you kind of like just in like a more like in like a lovey-dovey type of like energy and bag right now. So like they do like acknowledge the fact that with this person that you're more comfortable, like emotionally safe, and like, you know, you're just more in a safe space with like if you're that kind of friend or family member or that person that they know, or even co-workers who's just more like guarded. They see that with this individual that you kind of, you know, like let yourself be more in like a lovey-dovey vibe with them, and you're not afraid to show like your affection and like the intimacy. So yeah, they definitely see that in you right now. Or you could also become, and then like also even if you're not in a partnership as well, it's like they can see that if you're coming out of a time, for example, where like maybe you were in like a just like in a healing phase or more like guarded, it's like they see you trying to come from a place from like a heart space energy, and like you're trying to be just like giving more of yourself. Like it can even be like in a service as well. um you're maybe being more sharing of your own experiences and the things that you have been going through, and you're being more like vulnerable and okay with kind of sharing that side of you. They did see you as guarded possibly, so them seeing you kind of like work your way through like a more different phase of your like journey. Like it's kind of like, oh, I've never seen pile number one like this before, or it's like, you know, they're kind of like accepting it, and they're just trying to like ride the wave of like how you're taking like the energy, like emotion, so they don't want to, you know, startle you too much to where you kind of go back like within or like behind the fence again. So yeah, they definitely see you come from like a hard space, like maybe like you're coming out with like different like apologies, like maybe you've been kind of like in solitude for a little bit as well, so like that can apply here too. But yeah, this definitely is giving love energy though. So if you are like getting to know someone, or like you're in a partnership as well, it's like, or like you can just be like showing love to like people around you, or like your children if you have kids, and you're coming from a heart chakra energy for sure. Like it's a lot of green going on here, so like they see you like kind of like opening up as well, like your heart chakra. So that's dope. Now let's, and I'm sorry, y'all. I did forget to mention that this was definitely like also giving you that like the caring friend, the one that everyone like kind of just like they can always go to and feel safe to be vulnerable with and share things with, and that person is always there to provide like a safe, comfortable zone and space. So like people can be like viewing you as that person as well. You may be the strong friend, quote unquote, that they like acknowledge and know that you're usually that type, so they try to like check in with you as well, because they know that you're that type that provides a space for others. So they see you as that as well currently. Sorry, okay, back to the reading. Bye. Let's see what cards came out for you for this one. Okay, so we have Knight of Swords, Page of Cups, yeah, and Seven of Pentacles. Let's see the bottom of the deck. And you have Four of Wands. Okay, yeah. So it's definitely giving partnership vibes. Okay, so I'm definitely getting like in your recent past, maybe some people did see you kind of be with the type of people who were very maybe like in and out of your life, or they, as fast as they come in is as fast like they leave out type of vibe. You probably were in a situation, some, not all, take it how it fits, right? Not every part may like resonate with you. They saw you in a situation where, or you probably share with them, and it's, or you are now getting to a place where you're just sharing with them how you're in a situation where like that person maybe didn't speak to you like in the kindest of ways. Like maybe like that person just was kind of like more harsh at times, or like was just like frantic and not as stable, and they would be like rushing to different things, juggling different situations and people in their life, just like whatever the case may be. And now they see you in a place where you're with someone who is more, sweet, more like vulnerable, or that person in turn may be kind of just like bring that out of you as well. And like this person can be a little bit like younger than you, or you them, you take it how that resonates, or you can be like, yeah, this is definitely giving like a younger vibe. Or it's also just giving like, just saying sweet nothings, or like even again, like I did mention earlier, like with this card, it's almost giving like like apology energy. So you're probably, they see you as trying to be like a more like apologetic, like if you have kind of been in your shell and you're trying to come back out now. I'm definitely seeing that. So yeah, they see that you're kind of getting in a more stable situation as well right now. So this probably is someone that you're probably thinking like, oh wow, like this has potential. So they do see you with this individual, like they like this for you, like they love this for you, excuse me. It's almost like, wow, like ponderable and found like someone who's like potential like long-term partner who does treat them well, or do like sweet little kind gestures, or say like small things, like just, it's given like words of like affirmation as well, this pile. And yeah, like right under here I do see like the whole sneaky, okay, let's see. Sneaky lifestyle. Yeah, so you probably like healing from someone who wasn't the most honest, who tried to play mind games with you, and it might have been more full of passion as well. Yeah. This could be someone from your past who tries to come in and out of your life and put you in that place of like, they put you in a place of having to make a decision of like always like just like repeating the cycle, and just like you wondering, oh, is this someone that really has my best interest at heart all the time? Like just in a not settled space. Like this person was very unsettled, and they put that energy like onto your life as well too. So yeah, it's like you're making big changes now. Like you're stripping, they might be keeping an eye on you, by the way, too. But people definitely see like the big changes that you've made within yourself. So you probably did have to take time within to just heal and like identify those certain patterns you have. I'm seeing 111, by the way. The certain patterns that you had, or the certain people that you would always go for, or it feels like that one person in particular that was from your past, they seen like that certain like dynamic, or you would share that with them, and they understood that like that wasn't the best for you, but they love the path that you're heading towards. And I don't know why I just heard I was kind of getting, I heard like swindler type of vibe. So this person could have definitely been like a swindler, like shicey type of like energy. For some reason I was getting that. But yeah, they definitely see you like headed towards a place where like you're taking more time, and like you're taking more stock of just where you're at with this individual, or like where you want to be, like more like taking the time to plan long term, and not trying to rush into things, or not allowing that person to invite like that rushing type of like energy like into your life and your space as well. It's like you're controlling the flow, or you're going with the flow more, but you're pacing yourself. And just in general, they do see you trying to like sort out things in your life as well, like in general, and you are like planning and trying to plant your seeds towards your goals. So a lot of like stability type of my energy that they get. Like maybe you've been sharing like a passion project, or a certain like idea that you wanted to put out there and put into fruition, versus before you probably would literally like go just like with the wind. Maybe like you probably like got an idea and would go this way and be like, okay, I want to do this, or I do that, da 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 da. But like now they kind of see you kind of like you're pacing it, and you're trying to just figure out from like a more like genuine space of like, excuse me, like my throat chakra just went out. Like they're trying to figure out, or excuse me, they see you coming from a space of you doing what your heart and your purpose and your passion, like what feeds your soul, and you're making like active steps to plan towards that, and like they're proud of you as well. Like there could be like a celebration coming up as well soon. And I'm also getting maybe some of you moved into a new place, or you're like planning to do so, but it's definitely giving that yeah, like it's giving, you're kind of like mapping out like where you're going to be exactly, and you're okay with taking that time in that space to do so as well. So that's pretty dope. I love that for y'all. Let's pull. Yeah, they definitely see that. It's like they see that you had to pull back a little bit to gain perspective and heal from. For some reason, I just heard like, oh, like they're growing right before our eyes. So I don't know if you're like the youngest, like in a group that you might be in, or like you just give like, I may be like little, but with like a more like wise energy type of vibe, like a young old soul. Okay, for those that's in that situation, this is my old homemade deck. If you know, you know. I recently found this deck that I made like a few years ago. Let's use this to figure out what message. Okay. Messages wanted to come out. Like I always say, this deck is so hard to shuffle. Okay. Influences just popped out there. What do you guys have for this? Oh, let's see what this is. Hold on. Okay. Repentance. So yeah. Oh, and that's on the apology energy. Y'all, I'm getting that strong. Like maybe they also see that you probably brought up someone from your past is trying to come in to apologize as well. So they're trying to, maybe you're taking stock to see if that's worth even like, you know, going on that path again with that person. One more, please. Oh, not the half of the deck. I didn't even notice that this card stayed over here. Remorse. So a lot of like sorry ass energy. I don't mean to say sorry ass energy, but like it's given like heavy on like the just remorseful and like apologetic energy. Okay, so first we have influences. I let outside factors control the outcome of the situation in the past. So yeah, maybe and it's crazy how it's like it all kind of like lands and falls into the correct order. This is just for like acknowledging and like confirming if this is like a love sense for for that portion of people, that the person from your past, you know, did allow like outside factors, people in situation. Guys, again, it's retrograde if you're watching this at this time, so like, and it's late, like where I'm at right now trying to record. So excuse me, I'm sorry, and bear with me. Let me try to get through this with me actually being able to speak. But so yeah, it's just acknowledging that the person from the past, they definitely allowed a lot of like outside like influences, and again, they could have been, you know, like just like juggling different people like while they're with you, whether that be in like a third party sense or work or just different outside situations, but you take that how that resonates. But I definitely was getting like someone else in the picture type of vibe. So this could have been an energy that you were always kind of like repeating like cycles with. And then I have repentance. Please forgive me truthfully. So yeah, so again, maybe they see that, you know, there's someone in particular that I don't know why I'm getting like a group chat setting where like they're like, you know, boys or girls, men or women, like just like whomever. It's like the person's in a group chat like, y'all, guess who I ran into, or like guess who's trying to like hit me up again type of vibe. Like that's what it's giving. But it's like it's giving like you're sharing this with like your group of friends or your, I don't know, your family, just whomever you're close with. So, and about someone who's trying to like just come in like and apologize. And again, I also got this in the sense of like maybe you've been a little just like MIA and like in your solitude, so you're probably just further like your own apologies to your peoples, and about like, you know, like you being away for a while, and I have remorse, deep regret, and thinking. And it's funny because this really is kind of like a thinking energy too, and like contemplating. So yes, someone is taking stock of the past and certain situations that they probably even put you in, and people know that you may have a certain like history with this person, or they also see how you, like, you've been taking time to just like think about, you know, all the actions that you took in your life that like led you to like where you're currently at, or just like where they know that you want to be or like want to go, and like which goals that you want to also like accomplish in your life as well. So like they see that you're taking stock of that. You maybe had some like regrets, or like maybe you probably just didn't have the best like guidance in the past, and like they understand that, but they see you taking that time to just, you know, slow it down and like plan towards what you truly want. So yes, pile number 1, that is all I have for you. Let me see what's on the bottom. Denial and acceptance on the top. Isn't that crazy? I've had it before in like it was a certain reading that I did. Nothing happened, it was never that deep, get over it. So yeah, you're probably just dealing with people who just, it's giving like asshole type of energy, like, you know, like people that don't really just like play your vibe, who didn't care, or like would gaslight and like not take like their own like accountability and like in their role of a situation that they put you in. And then acceptance, surrendering, patiently going through process / cycle. So yeah, now if this is a certain person from the past, they definitely see that they're now in a place where they are maybe like, you know, taking accountability to a certain extent. I don't know, everyone take it how it resonates with you, and they're just being patient, probably just don't know how to like approach you in the situation like correctly. So yes, that's what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe and help me grow, and check out pile number 2 if you were also drawn to that pile. But yeah, until next time, bye pile number 1. Hey, pile number 2, if you chose this pile or this stone and this pile, this is your reading.
So I apologize. I definitely grabbed the wrong stone by accident. This was not the stone that I originally put when I was telling you guys to pick from pile number 1 and 2. So disregard it. You're not crazy. This is the wrong stone. I apologize. All right, back to the reading.
I did pile number 1. So check that out if you also were kind of like drawn into that as well. So for your card, you got Sleeping Beauty Awakening, card number 32, and it breaks down to 5. Okay, so all right, so pile number 2, I'm already getting off rip that people are viewing you as maybe you just came out of like a certain solitude period where you kind of just had to like go within. And it's funny because pile number 1 like wasn't all like that, but it definitely had a certain theme of solitude. So check that out if that kind of like resonates with you. Okay, but like nonetheless, they definitely see you as maybe you had to take some time out to just like again go within and like maybe heal. People see you as so like, it's giving, I just heard kind of like, I don't, not like magnetic, I heard magnetic, but also it's giving like an ethereal vibe, like you're like out of this world looking. You probably do like the most simple things or look the most simplest way, but like you don't need too much to do too much to even stand out. So it's definitely giving like a certain vibe, and like they feel like an energy that whenever like you, I don't want to sound cliche and corny, but like when you walk in the room, it's like you definitely get like they all like look at you type of vibe, and like they can definitely see that you're in a period like that, like you maybe as you were coming out of like your solitude now, it's like you just give off a more like grounding type of like energy, like maybe you just needed some like mind body spirit rest and like just a little peace and like soul cleanse. It's given like D&D vibes for sure, like do not disturb type of energy. Yeah, they definitely could probably like, you probably could be like even posting like you out like in nature or like traveling type of vibes, like maybe, and you quite literally could actually be like posting like just cute like little pictures where it's like candid, like nice shots, where it's like artsy type of vibes. Like they see you kind of getting like in like your creative bag is giving as well. They understand that you definitely give off a more like spiritual and like soulful vibes. Like maybe like even like with the purple, it's definitely giving like third eye chakra type of energy. So like maybe you're the friend who fills out vibes. Maybe you have dreams. Maybe you say certain things and then it kind of plays out that way. And some people that may not be as in tune can kind of understand that you're a little different for lack of better terms. So they know that you're more probably like more like in tune. Maybe like you're like the like intuitively like gifted friend or family member, or just like your partner or like anyone or your coworkers could probably like they get that vibe from you, or like you probably share that with them as well. They definitely see you that way. And even with the 5 or the 3 and 2 that comes down to a 5, like it's definitely giving that like they're witnessing like big changes like within you in your life. Maybe like you're transforming, or they know of like a new project that you're working on, or like maybe like you're like in a partnership that's fairly new, or if you're in like a more like established partnership, maybe you guys like are taking like big steps and like big changes towards like a new phase within y'all journey together. So it's definitely giving something like big and like just like major changes. I almost thought that I seen like a butterfly, but I think that's actually like a flower. But I was giving, excuse me, I was getting like transformative type of like energy as well. But yeah, you're definitely like the healers and the feelers energy. So like you're also probably someone that like people go to like within, even like in the friend group, or like just in a work setting, or like wherever in your family. It's like you're the one that they can come to and not feel judged as well. I think pile number 1 also got that type of vibe too from that person. So they definitely see you as the more like you're more of like the open-minded and like spiritually free type of friend or family member. So they can have those like in-depth conversations with you and know that you won't be judged, but you'll probably like rather give like a more like insightful view or like opinion on things if need be. They definitely they see you as someone who definitely loves like the outdoors. Like I'm definitely getting that. So I don't know if you post like sunset pictures or like nature pictures, like the moon or stuff like that, or like if you're out in the park or just that type of vibe. Like I'm definitely getting that. Or if you garden as well, they see you as someone like with a green thumb who's just very like down to earth, or just like has a deep appreciation for just like the world around you, and like you're grateful. It's a lot of like gratitude type of like energy. Like even like with her eyes closed and like the like and the flowers like close, excuse me, like just like with the flowers close to her heart, excuse me. And I kept saying this in file number 1. If you're watching this at around this time that I actually post this video, it is retrograde season. So the way that I'm trying to be able to speak right now, please have some space and grace for me. And it's super late where I'm at right now. Okay, so yeah, like they definitely see you in like super, just like in a gratitude type of like energy, and like you're probably like even like making a wish, I just heard, type of vibe. So maybe like you're working on certain goals and stuff that you really have been just working hard towards trying to achieve. And I don't know why I'm getting like sacrifice from like the vines. It's given like okay, if you understand where I'm going with you, then you get it. But it's definitely given like sacrificial energy. So you probably are the type to like really like just like overgive of yourself and be of service to others. So like you're definitely like, yeah, they see you as that type to like, if ever they need something or someone, they know that like you'd be there. Like you're very like dependable type of vibe. So yeah, this is dope. I'm getting a lot from that. So let's see what cards they have for you today. Okay, so we have 2 of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Tower. Yo, I was saying the big changes. Okay. So, in the bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups. Okay. So offer, I am getting for y'all, like, for sure, you could have taken a big adventure. You quite literally could have been like traveling, like as I mentioned, I believe like earlier on with that card. You definitely could have been on a trip, or you're dealing with someone that, or like you were or are dealing with someone who's been at a distance from you, and like maybe like I'm getting this is like a random download. Maybe like the one out of the two of you is making like a big change to move where the other person is at, or vice versa, and they see you or they meet them when they come and they see they're taking like that big risk. So yeah, you definitely could have been in a more place of like solitude as well. Like maybe in a space of like introspection. Maybe you were kind of like, if you were being like invited out, you probably weren't accepting a lot of like invites, or being just like mindful of the ones that you did and the ones that you didn't. Guys, I'm sorry if you hear that background noise. I do apologize. It's not me. I do apologize. It's someone else playing something like just like off their phone. But okay, anywho, but yeah, they definitely like you were in a space where you probably didn't even have like the energy. You weren't like quite literally just like even in the mood to even go out or be amongst certain things or certain spaces or like events, and you needed that time for yourself. And like they seen how you kind of been like a little, maybe like a little distant, even like emotionally, like even if it's not like physically, but again, some of you, it could have been like a physical distance, so you probably like could have not been there, like just like out of town, like, or like in and out of town, or just things of that nature. They currently do see you kind of coming into a place of like, okay, this is different things for different people. So for my collective, where it's not in a love sense, it is giving that they see you kind of in like a creative vibe, like maybe like you're kind of also having like this certain, like I'm getting like lust for life type of vibe, where like you're just like appreciate, like it's like you're like appreciating and like enjoying like life, and like you're literally like being in the moment type of energy, and like romanticizing like your current circumstances in your life around you in the world, and like nature, and like the animals, or like like your garden, your flowers, things of that sort. So like they quite literally kind of see you like in that vibe where like you're almost like inspired by the things around you, and like you're kind of starting to express that outwardly. Like maybe some of you are kind of sharing some of your work or your projects that you've been working on, or you might be posting certain like artsy type of like pictures, or just like nature, again, like I said earlier too. Some of them do see you, well, like you're heading into a place where like you are going into like a big transformation. Like I kept getting that vibe earlier with like the big change coming up. So like maybe you guys are, so let me get back in the love sense for a second. So they probably do view you as someone who's kind of taking a risk of like you being with someone, like in like a romantic sense. So this could be someone new, and this could be someone that's either like around your age, maybe like a little younger as well, or like you are vice versa. So you take that how it fits. I'm seeing 144. Excuse me, like my throat chakra has been acting up even for pile number 1 and 2 now. That's crazy. But it's maybe you guys, they see that you're in a place where like you're more expressive towards someone, and I got that for pile number 1 because I think they literally got the card of not vulnerability. It was like intimacy. So check that out if that resonates. But they see you as like being like, like wined and dined. Maybe like you might start to kind of post like small things here and there. Like maybe if you're not posting your person like all the way, you probably, if you go out to dinner, you're posting like your guys' plates, or like their hands, or small stuff like that. It's like you're being like you're dipping your toe in the water and being okay with kind of showing certain things, and like for them it's like a drastic change from like how you usually are. Like you're probably like more to yourself and more like private about it, where they're like, oh my gosh, pile number 2, did you see like the post that she posted or he posted about this and that, or this person? Like it's almost like I'm getting like external people, external like chatter, like them like looking from the outside in type of vibe. Or if you're already in like an established connection, like maybe they're witnessing you guys taking like a big drastic step, like maybe like you guys are trying to like move in, or like maybe like or you could quite literally be going through like a breakup, and like they understand that from the outside, so they know that you probably need your space, or you're taking that space to kind of like reset as well. Let's see here. People are seeing you like just enjoying yourself. It's giving like a lot of self-fulfillment energy. Like maybe you just been trying to cancel out the outside noise. Maybe like you come back like looking good, and they're just like, man, like what the heck has like pile number 2 been on? Like what have they been doing? Like what have they been up to? And like people are kind of like curious to know, like, is it them? I'm getting an energy. Some people are taking offense to you taking it that time. Maybe like they don't understand, and you probably didn't communicate all the way to them, you know, what you've been doing or why. But I mean, obviously it's not the business thing. Maybe just enough for them to understand, like, hey, you need that time for yourself. But you know, don't feel too bad or too like down in the dumps about that too. Like they understand, you know, you have to communicate that from your heart. Just be real with them. Understand, like, you know, like sometimes some people just like need their space, and I completely understand that. Like I can relate to that. So it's crazy that that's even coming out too, which is crazy. But yeah, maybe they even see you coming out of a situation where it was more of like a sexual type of connection, or like a friends with benefits, or like maybe you chose a new path, and you know they're supporting you, and they see that you're with someone who's definitely more like emotionally available and more suited for you. And it's like been a big change from like the past cycles, the past people that you've been involved with, and you're being more selective about who you choose to give like your time, energy, and like your own emotions to. Yeah, this is definitely giving pile number 1 energy, so it doesn't check out pile number 1, because like theirs was mainly yeah. And even when I was looking under the deck, it was definitely giving like a selfish type of energy. So maybe someone was sharing like of themselves and only think about their selves like within the actions that they took, and they were kind of, you know, just being a little like immature and trying to get one over. Oh, excuse me. That one wanted to come out. Yeah, they were just like thinking about self when they were dealing with different people, talking to different people, or again trying to like balance out and like just like give you crumbs and give another person some crumbs as well. So that people are seeing you as someone who's like getting over those cycles, and you're creating like different like boundaries for yourself now as well. So you are like awakening to someone's past ways maybe as well, or like the past cycles and patterns, people that you dealt with too, and they see like your growth as well. So they're witnessing you in like a growing period right now. So it's like due to your growth and you taking that time out to kind of gain a better perspective, it's like they see like they almost can tell that you re-enter like a new phase, just like within yourself, even like spiritually and mentally and emotionally, just, and even physically as well. It's like some of you have been like working out or being more like conscious of like your overall health and wellness, and like they do see that as well. So like they definitely see you as like transformed, or like you're on the path of transforming. So people are seeing the changes that you are like actively making right now, or you may be coming out more into the public and showcasing that, and they're going to be able to understand like, okay, pile number 2 has been kind of like out the way, and like, you know, maybe we haven't heard so much, or probably been like traveling or this and that, or maybe like you've been going to go visit someone, or they came to visit you. But it's like once you like almost like emerge back onto the scene, they see the changes that you've been making, and you probably needed that time to just, you know, just focus and just put in work that you like are trying to focus on, and to understand like which path to take for your next steps as well. I'm gonna pull from my homemade deck. If you know, you know. This is an old deck I made a few years ago. Let's just see what messages they have, if it correlates. to this reading. But yeah, you and pile number 1 definitely have like similar energies for sure. Y'all, it's so hard to shuffle this deck, so be patient with me. A lot trying to come out at once. Please, just say cards. Okay, too much. Just 3 cards for pile number 2. What do you have for pile number 2, please? Okay, I'll let that go. 1 more, please. Too many. Just 1 more card, please, for pile number 2. Okay, I'll take those 2. All right, so the first card we got was remorse. So deep regret and thinking. So this could be in reference to, and I think actually pile number 1 got the same card, no cap. Like, go look at I'm not playing. Go look at their pile, please. Same, like, repeating messages. Deep regret and thinking. So the person from your past could definitely be feeling away, kind of took that time to understand like they chose the wrong path and they regret the decisions they made towards you in the past, you know, being selfish and making selfish decisions. So I have fear. I don't know, and truly fear that things won't ever get back to what they used to be. So yeah, they definitely even probably think like it might could have been too much time has passed between you guys, and like even if it hasn't too much time, it's almost like it's so much damage that's been done that they don't know if like realistically it'll ever like really, if you'll get back to, you know, just you trusting them and like loving them from the same space again. And also you could be quite frankly overcoming like your own past fears as well, like as you took that time away to kind of go through like in your solitude to go through like your transformations. And I have influences. Excuse me. I let outside factors control the outcome of the situation in the past. So yeah, again, this is another confirmation. And they got the same card too. Sorry, I keep saying that, but this is same vibe. So the person from your past could have, it's like they know, like it's like people understand that they probably brought different like interferences like in your situation with them, or there could have been someone who, or like your friends or the people around you, like your family or your coworkers, could have known that that person was someone that was too busy, maybe like had to travel a lot or for work, or they quite literally could have been, you know, messing around with different people as well too. And then acknowledgement. I'm fully aware of the situation now. So yeah, acknowledgement, and even for you personally on like your own like awakening process, it's almost like you kind of came out of this certain period of solitude with more like brighter eyes, or excuse me, like your eyes like more like wider open, more discerning of people in situations like around you, and people can tell there's gonna be like big changes, and that maybe even quite frankly could be cutting people like out of your life who no longer like resonate and fit like just with you or in your path and your journey moving forward. And they can see that, or they can see that you're making like those drastic changes like that. So like that could quite literally be your situation. It's like you're being more selective of who you even keep around you. Maybe some friends that were in your group before may not be there for much longer, or if you're at a certain job, may not be there for much longer. You might go to a place that just fits your soul and like resonates with you more in a, I was gonna say like in a more better way, but I don't know if that even makes sense. But in a better way that just fits your vibe. And also like acknowledgement, like maybe the person from the past, like once again, they fully understand the situation that they put you in, and how much you mean to them, and they might either be dropping hints online where like other people like who like you guys know mutually can see, or who knows them, or just vice versa. Okay, let's see what bottom of the deck energy is. Intimacy. It's funny because this is what they got though for this oracle card though. That's funny. That's kind of more for the confirmation for me how much those two piles tie in together. So yeah, if you're pile 2, you're pile 1. If you're pile 1, you're pile 2, vice versa. So go just check out both the readings, please. You get too many confirmations. Okay, I want to be deeply intimate with you again in every sense. I crave you. Excuse me. So yeah, this could be that person. Like, once again, they're heavy in your energy. So maybe I should do like, I don't like to tap into like past energy a lot for those who want to focus on the present and the future. But if you guys want me to, let me know and just comment down below, and I'll probably do like a reading just for that, because that energy is like very prominent here. And also it's just that because you're coming out of your awakening as well, like it's like you're more able to be more in like a vulnerable space and more like intimate, more like open. So take that how that resonates. And on the top it says spoiled. I want to drape you in everything this life and world has to offer. So yeah, like you're getting princess or prince treatment. So take that how that resonates for you. So yeah, it's like someone is coming in with like that romantic energy and vibes. And again, I don't know if you're posting this because like people kind of see that you are currently being spoiled, or you're probably quite frankly just spoiling yourself. And like it's given like, that's what I'm going to say earlier, it's given like self-love energy, this pile, for sure. Like you're definitely just practicing a lot of self-love, boundaries. Again, like you're looking good, you're being more discerning of your decisions, and people definitely see that. And you're probably like, of course, taking care of yourself, or like going out or traveling. So they definitely get that vibe from you. But if this is pile number 2 for you, then this is your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I pray these messages do help you along your path and your journey. And yeah, until next time, pile number 2. And again, check out pile number 1 because this is so tied together. All right, but thank you so much. Bye, pile number 2. Until next time.